How you doing, Coach?
All right.
How's your nice 9 days off?
Yeah. You know, it was for a coach, having practices without game prep is actually really a nice luxury because we can simply just focus on ourselves. And so we had a really good weekend of practice, and I was proud of, a lot of players got to work on some of their weaknesses, and we really got to pick on some things rather than worrying about what do we got to do to beat this next opponent, what do we need to do to be a better basketball team. We actually, as a coaching staff, took that same sort of message to our game prep for this game, was that rather than, I think I have a tendency sometimes to overcoach, to over-prepare, to know that, hey, it's all in the details, guys, and we can work on helping here and doubling here. And we got back to basics a lot more, to be honest with you, and I think that helps our team, and that's something that's a lesson that I need to learn as a coach, is that we need to be focused more on ourselves. So I'm very, very proud that we were able to get better during finals week. And some teams don't, and so it's a credit to not only our coaches, I think, working really hard and doing the right things, but our players being able to focus and know that, hey, my 2 hours in the gym, I know I've got finals before and after, but my 2 hours in the gym, that's my fun time. That's my let's get after it, let's sweat, let's throw some elbows, and they really did bring a lot of energy to the practices. So.
Talk a lot about the finals week and how important academics is here at BC, one of the top graduation rates in the nation. Can you just stress a little bit more about exactly how involved you are academically? I know the student-athlete term gets lost a lot in society today.
It's a great question. I mean, first of all, our players, Boston College is a tough academic institution. I mean, they've got, real classes with real professors that expect real academic, work and progress out of them. And so one of the things that we really tried to kind of hammer home when we got in was that, when we got here as a coaching staff, was that we need to care about academics as much as we care about basketball, and that really it's the same skills. So we talk about proactivity, communication, work ethic, working smart, taking care of your body, all those things. So during finals week, you need to sleep, you need to actually exercise, you need to take care of your body, you need to watch your nutrition. You need to communicate with your professors just like we communicate on defense. You need to work hard and focus and work smart. Use your resources just like we do with coaches, just like you do with professors. And so it's nice to see we've got really smart kids. And so and when those things start clicking and those connections start getting made, they do so much better in the classroom. They do so much better on the basketball court. And so, again, I think you're seeing some of the maturation of these young players just starting to realize what it's going to mean to be productive adults. And basketball is what a great teaching tool basketball is. And again, I'm proud of the work they're doing in the classroom because their grades have gone up quite a bit.
You talked about defense. Defensively, you held the starters to 5 of 33 shooting for Vermont. 16 turnovers. You guys, your favorite stat, as we talk about a lot, is the assisted turnover, plus 11. I mean, this was a great defensive game that might get lost in the offensive stats, but defensively, this was a phenomenal game.
Yeah, and where I said we don't want to overcoach. At the same time, our advantage, as you talked about with the academics, is we have smart kids. We have smart kids that can handle a game plan. And so I thought, Coach Faulkner, who was on the scout for this game, had a great game plan that was simple. And we needed to execute it with energy. We needed to execute it harder. And so that was really what my focus was as a head coach. And she did so much of the work of knowing that here's the details, here's where we're going to help, here's where we're going to be doubling, here's where we're going to switch. And so the defensive game plan I thought was excellent in that we didn't freeze them. It wasn't too much. And so but the things that we did were intelligent, and we could do them smart and dynamically. And again, our kids brought so much energy to it. And when both of those things are happening, you can be successful. It can't just be the coaches. It can't just be the players. We have to work together. And tonight was a good product of that. And hopefully we'll be able to keep that going.
And last question: you started that second half on a 15-2 run. Kira Shields, who had no points in the first half, started with 5 points in that second half. Just explain, she doesn't need statistically a great night, but what she brings to the floor every night.
She's a senior. She's a captain. And when she went, I think I saw the halftime stats. I think she was 0 for 6. She had missed all of her threes and missed a right-handed layup, right? The same layup that won the game against Rutgers, right?
Absolutely.
But to see her not bat an eyelash and just go out there and take the first good look with confidence and knock it down, it just brings everybody else back to, oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's what we do. That's how we play, right? Whereas if your leader doesn't have that, and you see her start questioning herself, now everybody else starts questioning herself. And so, leadership is contagious, both positively and negatively. And so Carrie brings us so much positivity, that belief in herself and in her teammates, and then everybody else just has to jump on board.
Thank you, Coach. Happy holidays.
Great. Yeah, you too.